Mexico's just opened a massive prison for cartel leaders, but what's going on inside is nothing like anyone expected. Mexico has officially opened the Tenancingo Sur Penitentiary and Social Reintegration Center, a state prison in the state of Mexico, designed to hold some of the country's most dangerous cartel members. Although the facility had been inaugurated on October 4, 2019, it only began full operation 6 years later after extensive upgrades to meet modern security and rehabilitation standards. Built with an investment of around 875 million pesos, Tenancingo Sur was designed for approximately 1,040 inmates and was promoted as the first prison in Mexico to follow advanced United Nations guidelines for human rights and reintegration. Authorities framed the facility as a solution to overcrowding in older prisons, offering modern surveillance, improved security, and programs aimed at preparing inmates for life after release. The prison's opening came amid a surge in cartel-related violence across Mexico. In Sinaloa, the arrest of Joaquin El Chapo Guzman Lopez and the aging El Mayo Zambada left the Sinaloa cartel fractured. Rival factions, Los Chapitos and La Maiza, clashed violently, spreading unrest into Sonora and Durango. In the fishing village of Altada, local businesses closed and residents fled as blockades and shootings became part of daily life. Armed confrontations between cartel members and security forces increased sharply after September 2024, while killings and disappearances of minors, particularly in Badiraguato, rose steadily. By early 2025, at least 39 minors were reported dead as a result of ongoing violence. The unrest spread beyond Sinaloa. In Baja California Sur, tourist hubs such as Los Cabos and La Paz experienced attacks in April 2025. Buses were set on fire with passengers inside, police officers were targeted, and streets became battlefields for rival factions vying over smuggling routes and extortion operations. The internal divisions in the Sinaloa cartel enabled these groups to extend their reach into tourist regions, leaving residents and travelers fearful and unsure where violence might strike next. Central Mexico faced deadly incidents as well. On June 24th, a shooting at a religious festival in Irapuato, Guanajuato, killed 12 people and injured more than 20. The Santa Rosa de Lima cartel and the Jalisco New Generation cartel, CJNG, were responsible, part of a turf war that destabilized the region. Guanajuato's weak local governance allowed cartel influence to grow unchecked. In Jalisco, authorities uncovered a facility at Rancho Izaguirre linked to the CJNG, where victims were reportedly lured under false pretenses and forced into paramilitary-style training or executed if they resisted. The Inter-American Commission on Human Rights condemned the site, noting the serious impact of such violence on local communities. Several cartel figures, including a man known as El Comandante Lastra, were arrested for recruiting and orchestrating forced disappearances through social media. The construction of Tenancingo Sur responded to long-standing failures in Mexico's prison system. Before its opening, state prisons in the region operated at roughly 120% capacity, allowing inmates to control cell blocks, smuggle contraband, and bribe staff. High-profile escapes, including El Chapo's 1.5-kilometer tunnel at Altiplano and other breakouts in Tamaulipas and Piedras Negras, demonstrated the reach of organized crime within penitentiaries. Riots at facilities like Topo Chico and Apodaca exposed authorities' inability to maintain order, making the need for a modern, secure facility urgent. Tenancingo Sur integrates around 190 CCTV cameras connected to the C5 monitoring center in Toluca, electronic doors, biometric turnstiles, and advanced visitor inspection devices including X-ray belts, metal detectors, and motion sensors. Emergency and anonymous reporting systems, such as the 089 hotline and 911, are fully operational. The prison also provides medical and psychological care, classrooms, workshops such as bakeries and tortillerias, a library, sports areas, and spaces for family visits. These programs aim to prepare inmates for life outside the prison, offering opportunities that were largely absent in older, overcrowded facilities with limited resources. Since its opening, Tenancingo Sur has housed high-profile inmates. In August 2022, at least 8 alleged CJNG members were admitted following kidnapping charges. In November 2024, a man known as El Arana was detained for extortion, including collecting protection money from farmers and floriculturists. Despite strict security measures, authorities occasionally report smuggling attempts during inspections, showing that the threat of contraband remains a constant concern.